Um, I think we'll talk a little about inaugural video about one of my favorite pastimes is karaoke. Okay, and a lot of people don't like karaoke. I do, and not to sound corny, karaoke saved my life. I was in a real bad way a number of years ago, and I needed some type of outlet that was more than just going out to a restaurant and being by myself or being alone by myself. And karaoke was one of those type of outlets that I just happened to fortuitously find. Actually, on one of my ways to go to, I think it was a diner or some restaurant in Bayside where I live. It turned out it was closed. Have been open for 5 years. One of my favorite places. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do, you know? So I started traipsing up and down Bell Boulevard, and I went into this place, and I saw someone setting something up, and I don't know whether he was going to be DJing or what have you, and it was, turned to be this man named Jimmy James, and he was doing karaoke. And that was in December of 2009, and ever since then, I've been doing it, and on a regular basis, and I really enjoy it. There's certain things about karaoke that you should know. First of all, it's not for everybody, and I understand that. But you don't necessarily have to be the best singer to be good at it. First of all, there's a couple of karaoke protocols which I think that every good host and every good guest at a karaoke show should follow. First of all, there's no good singers, there's no bad singers, there's no singers. And if somebody gets up there and they sound really bad, you don't boo them. You know, you clap and give them some type of encouragement. Even if you don't like, you just don't clap. But don't be booing. That's not nice, okay? That's something you would do. You don't do. Also, when someone is singing, that's their time to shine. Or self-destruct, which I've done a couple of times. But still, if they're up there by themselves singing, that's not license for you to go up there. You know, unless you're the host and you want to be like, you know, you need some help with this, or you know, you want, or the host asks you, do you want someone to sing along with you? That's your time to be alone. And it's really rude because I've had the same will happen to me. And I'm a pretty good-natured guy, but like sometimes I want to just sing by myself, and like someone will actually start singing. Like I'll be singing Behind Blue Eyes. Someone will start all of a sudden I hear somebody else doing the background without asking me, and you know usually I brush it off. But sometimes I've been a little annoyed with that. I don't think that that's right, and I don't suggest that you do that. Okay, I suggest that you know you ask the person, or you know the host will say, look, we'll ask him. You know, but don't just, you know, unilaterally go up there and lend your voice to someone who's already singing. That's not right. The other pet peeve is gun running, I call it. And that's when the host will pick a favorite and let some person, or the host himself, will sing 5 or 6 songs in a row. That's mic hogging. And that's not very good because if you're the host, people don't want to hear you. We're not here to hear you. I mean, the host basically will sing if there's like a lull in the karaoke audience participation. Or sometimes play DJ music in the background. But otherwise, we're not coming to see him. He's coming for us to play and do karaoke, you know, and he's the host and he's supposed to be encouraging us to sing. It's also, like I said, not good when one particular guest is there singing multiple songs, either singularly or as a duet form. Because that's crap. I mean, you're there. Everyone should go in the rotation, you know, fairly. As the rotation plays out. So that's how that should work. No one. I mean, maybe at most maybe 2 songs in a row, and that's it, and then back to the rotation. Because you think about it, most songs average between 4 to 5 minutes long. If someone's doing 5 to 6 minutes, it's a half an hour of the show was devoted to one person. That's not right. Okay. Now, let me tell you a little bit about karaoke. And karaoke just isn't words; it's also stage presence. And if you're a Rolling Stones fan like I am, Mick Jagger is the best Mick Jagger singer. Okay, you're not going to hear Mick doing Pavarotti or opera or anything like that. And the songs that he sings are good for him because they're within his range. So when you do karaoke, find a song that's your number one now that is only in your range, but that you like as well. Okay. That way, if there are highs and lows within the song, they're in your capability. Now, for example, if anyone may remember the supergroup, they call themselves that, which they don't deserve to be, and they only lasted a few years. That group Asia, and then you had that song Heat of the Moment, Only Time Will Tell. I'm really showing my age here. But they were the 80s supergroup because they had members of Yes and King Crimson and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. But John Wetton, the lead singer, his voice really high, like, Heat of the Moment, and it's like, I can't reach that. But other songs like Under My Thumb or Jumpin' Jack Flash, I can. So pick a song that's within your vocal capabilities, okay? The other thing, the most important thing, I think, is stage presence, where you can deflect the fact that you're not the best singer, but if you're a good showman, you can entertain the audience more like that. So, for example, let's do two versions of Jumpin' Jack Flash. So, you have I was born in a crossfire hurricane, and I howled at my mom, the driving rain. Okay, so I think you're just reading off the teleprompter. But the other way is that you try to get into it. So, like, I was born in a crossfire hurricane, and I howled at my mom, the driving rain. So you see the difference, like moving around, and I think if you ever watch the end of that video, which is my favorite part of the video, because you go Jumpin' Jack Flash, and it makes it go Jumpin' Jack Flash, it's a game. So, like, that type of movements, that if you incorporate them into what you're doing, is going to make your performance that much more enjoyable. So even if you don't have the best voice, people say this guy's good, or like they don't like what you're doing. Another song, a more modern song, is that I think it's a song by Thoughts of the People, Pumped Up Kicks. So a lot of kids like that song. I guess that's a new song for this generation, and the refrain goes, all the other kids with the pumped up kicks. So when I do it, when I go, all the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run. So I try to do it like James Bond. Outrun my gun. Like when you watch the opening from the James Bond movies, like, when there's a gun barrel sequence and he's pointing the gun. So it goes, da-da. So like, outrun my gun, So it's kind of like something that you incorporate in. So make karaoke a lot of fun. Pick a song that you can sing. Pick a song that you like, and have fun with it. And you'll actually start to like it. That's my karaoke fans up there. So I hope you like this little piece of advice, and I'm really interested to hear other opinions about this. And I hope you liked the video, and please leave me your comments. Okay, take care.